This found you on May 8th. This is your reading. And I had the intention set, please, dear God, give me something that everyone needs to hear. And immediately when these cards came out, I knew exactly what you needed to hear. And that's why this video found you. God had a hand in it, okay? So the Ace of Wands came out, but it came out in the reverse. And then we have the Ten of Cups here. I heard, when I looked at these cards, I heard in my clairaudiently, which is a thought that pops into your head, right? I heard God wants to bring you a new beginning, but you're not ready for it yet. You're not ready for it yet, okay? This is telling me we need to really meditate and figure out what it is our soul wants. What do we want? Because I feel like a lot of you guys are not getting in touch with your feelings. You're being too logical about it. You're very comfortable with how things are, and change can be scary, and not knowing what's on the other side of that change can be scary. And so staying in something that we've outgrown is basically what we're talking about here, okay? I think that you've been asking for answers, but you're kind of scared of making that transition. And Spirit's saying, we have this amazing new beginning for you. It's here when you're ready. There's no rush, but when you're asking us, know that your prayers have been answered, but you have to be a cooperative component to those prayers, those answered prayers. You have to be a vibrational match to what we have for you. We have it, it's ready. We can bring it into your life as soon as today, but it's up to you on when you're ready to vibrationally shift to be ready for the new beginning, okay? Because I don't think you're ready for it. I think you're holding yourself back because you're scared of what that transition might look like. Now, with the fact that the Ten of Cups came out, it makes me feel like for a lot of you, this is a family dynamic, or, it's children involved, a spouse. It could even be like outer family, but this is a family dynamic. Now I'm seeing the Sun. Okay, this is making me feel like we have to choose between the true version of us, what our soul is really wanting, okay, versus the idea of what we want, which is this perfect, happy looking family. So it makes me feel like there's this new beginning that you can have, but you're not being honest with the way you feel. Spirit's saying, go inward. What do you want? How long are you going to hold off from that? Because there's this version of you that we see, and that version of you is so happy because you're following who you really are. You're beating your own drum, and you're following the beat of your own drum so strongly that everyone else who matches that frequency of that drum can find you and come into your life. But because you're not completely being totally who you are, you're restraining parts of yourself because you want to fit into the mold of this perfect, happy family. Because you're doing that, you're not beating that drum that loud because that sound of that drum doesn't fit with this idea of what you're wanting to achieve. So everything that's truly meant for you cannot find you because you're not a vibrational match to it. You're not putting that frequency out. Spirit's saying, when you decide to follow who you are instead of what you want the ideal picture to be, and as soon as you can let go of that ideal picture and just follow who you truly are down to your core, that's when we'll know you're ready. And that's when we know that we can bring this new beginning into your life. Because we cannot bring you a new beginning if you're not ready for it, because it won't work out, okay? The Knight of Pentacles came out. I'm hearing there's plenty of money coming to you. So if you're worried about finances anyway, you don't need to worry. Spirit's saying we have so many fun things lined up for you. There are so many fun ways to make money. Like, this is not just a career. Like, this is like fun, like eggs in many different baskets. It's not just one thing. There are things that you're gonna do for fun, and money's gonna flow because you're gonna be in this frequency of love. And when you're in this frequency of love, because you're gonna be falling in love with yourself, because you're finally gonna be who you truly are. Everything that has been calling to you, you're finally going to be able to go towards. And because you're going to be a complete vibrational match to yourself, that is the frequency of love, because at everyone's core, we are love. So as soon as you can just be your true self and unapologetically be yourself, you're going to be vibrating at a completely different frequency. And yes, there's going to be many things that are going to start coming into your life because you're finally beating that drum so hard that everything what is a vibrational match to that sound, that frequency, can find you finally. It couldn't find you before. I'm seeing the Three of Cups, okay? I think you're going to be getting a lot of support from the females around you in your life. A lot of support, okay? You will get more support than you realize. And I am also hearing that there's going to be some truths revealed. So I think that some people are supporting you because of what you're choosing to do, but they're silent supporters. They're like, okay, this is what you're wanting, so we're here for you. But I think that they can see that there's a shadow over you right now, and they can see how bright you are. And I think that if you decide to go be your true self and finally beat that drum, I think that they would just start telling you how proud of you they are, because they've seen it all along. Everyone else can see it, and they've been waiting for you to see it also. And they're going to be so happy. They're going to tell you all these truths that they've been feeling about how wonderful you are and how proud they are of you for finally deciding to shine bright. Okay, so the Hermit came out with the Wheel of Fortune, but they came out in the reverse. So it makes me feel like you're not going to be alone. Like I don't feel that, because the Hermit's in the reverse. The Hermit card, I mean, the card itself is called the Hermit, right? But it's in the reverse. It makes me feel like we're not going to be in solitude. I think that your energy has already gone through that for so long that you're going to be expanding. You're going to be expanding and meeting new people and new ideas and new events, okay? Because you've been in solitude for so long, because you've had this shadow over you that your energy hasn't gone out there, because you haven't been who you truly are. So your energy's been stunted in a way. It's been like that for so long. That's why the Hermit came out in the reverse, because you're not going to be in solitude. You're finally going to be able to shine, and people are going to see that light. They're going to hear your drum. They're going to see your light from far away, from major distances, and it's going to draw people into you. It really is, okay? Now, the Lover's card came out, okay, and it came out with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone who you think that you are getting security from is deceiving you. Like, it could be like literally like they're lying to you, or it could just be like you're reading the situation wrong. Like maybe they aren't necessarily lying to you, but you were reading the situation wrong. Whereas, you have to wake up. I think that a lot of you are going to have like a wake-up call that because your vibration is going to change, it's going to help reveal some truths, some inner truths about those around you that you couldn't necessarily see before. And I think that there's going to be a lot of truths revealed. You're going to learn a lot, and it's going to help you realize that you made the right decision by being true to yourself, okay? And then last but not least, look at that Lover's card. It just makes me feel like because of all of this stuff, because you're shining so bright, because you're beating that drum so loud, because you're being your true self, I do think you're going to attract a lot of love into your life. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that this has to be a romantic person. I just think you're going to get a lot of love in general through many different outlets, because you're going to be radiating love. And because you're radiating love, because you're going to be in the frequency of who you truly are, because you're finally choosing yourself, you're finally choosing to be your true self, you're going to be the vibration of love. And because you're the vibration of love, just like throwing a stone out in the pond, you are casting out your energy into the pond of the universe, and those ripples are going to go all the way out, and everyone who matches those ripples, everyone who can feel the ripples of love from you, are going to be drawn to you. They're going to be attracted into your life, and you're going to have many, many different forms of love coming to you. And it's been a long time coming, and you're ready for it. You're going to be ready for it. It's going to be amazing what's coming next, okay? This is what Spirit wants you to know, and I truly believe that this found you for that reason, okay? Let me know if it resonates, though. Make sure to follow me. I post these readings all the time. There's going to be one specifically for you. Also, if you like this tarot deck that I used, you can get it in the TikTok shop. I'll link it right here. It's called The Sun-Kissed Angels. And last but not least, check out my little book I made, Talk to Me. These are messages from God. There's just one quote on each page from God. And there's a little spot for journal entries for manifestation or for just putting your own insights that you get when you meditate. This is only $15, and it's in my TikTok shop as well. Okay? I'll see you guys next time.